Namaste, Cancers and Cancer Risings, and welcome to Horoscope SUPERscope Weekly Report. My name is Christopher Witecki. I coin myself as the Sensei to Serious Joy. That's my little buzz term for enlightenment, and I believe we can all step into our enlightenment. This is a SUPERscope because it is designed to be super and help many people in one stroke. This is for Cancers, Cancer Risings, and if you have Venus in Cancer, there's a little segment about love later on in this SUPERscope. Either way, you all identify to step 2. Step 2 is I feel. That's the second step towards serious joy, our feelings. Very, very important in our manifestation. And when you are Cancers or Cancer Risings, you are here to feel and feel and feel. Now, one thing that's changing is your legacy and the direction in which you are going and growing. And this particular month is the final step in a long 2014 of changing us and changing direction. And this is a decade change. It's a lot of work, but it will stick for a long time. But what you're focusing on is where you feel your heart belongs, the I belong state of awareness. Where you belong is your context consciousness. And your context is based on your heart. Does your heart belong? Do you belong at the captain's table? Do you belong off the ship? Do you belong with these people? Do you belong with these people? It turns into neighborhood. It turns into community. And you're actually stepping away in this particular week from old community more than you are stepping toward the new community. But whatever new communities you have, they're going to blast and grow in a big way. And this is toward a whole new relationship to society that Cancers and Cancer Risings have been working on for a long time. Last year, there was a solar eclipse to kind of boost your popularity. This is now going to put the roots into a soul garden flower that will continue to bear fruit, in my opinion. So I think you'll be reaping the rewards of this spiritual work until 2022. That's the next time God Universe puts an investment into your social life or your reputation like it's about to right now. So we're still in a grand cross. This means we're still tied up. Business on Earth isn't moving very fast, but emotional business is. Now across the line here, Uranus and Aries is on the one hand, screen left, your push to grow, and this is your career, which is growing. The universe is saying, come on, come on, come on. Let's grow in the career. At the bottom of that, though, your stability, not solid. Home family foundation, not solid. Won't be, I don't think, until May 21st or so when Mars goes direct. So I believe that because so much of your ego comes from yourself as a nurturer, your whole nurturing foundation is on hold because you're creating a new ego. We're all creating a new ego. But in your case, this one comes from the home and family. So this is the polarity of feeling stable and feeling like you're half moved in and half moved out of a house, that sort of feeling, and career weeble wobbling at the top. The other side is hitting you much more personally. Pluto in Capricorn is that growing slowly and painfully at times in marriages and growing in relationships. But you get a break on that, so you got to live up to what you have already agreed to. You got to live up to what you've agreed to with yourself. The real strength of this whole cluster, whatever, is Jupiter in Cancer. So you are getting stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger. And by the way, you will keep this strength for a good decade. So although it might be a biatch, you are going to get strong and keep that strength. So the good news is this is ego and willpower. Willpower is making yourself act on the things that are important. So you don't act and put time and attention into any of those other three that are holding you back. You just act on what you need to do next. And it's kind of that simple sometimes. Now, what is moving fast in the background? Oh, actually, let's talk solar eclipse. So the solar eclipse is going to hit you right in Taurus, which means at step 8, it's going to call for you to have a new feeling of belonging, a new seed of belonging with society. You're going to decide, I don't belong here, and I believe I belong over here. Now, we'll see how far that grows to see if you're in the right place, but it's more important you're not in the wrong place. So this is maybe the cutting away of some friendships. This might be the cutting away of some long-term ties. This might be you leaving the PTA. This might be you stepping down from leadership roles in community because you feel a calling somewhere else or you want to have something else grow. A lot of Cancers do this change of life when kids are leaving, getting out of high school, now their roles changing, or Cancers are having kids and now their roles changing as a mom, or Cancers who've done career, now they're getting blossoms of their career and now they're feeling like an executive. So you're all changing somewhere and it comes to a key kernel. Now, the grand trine that's making everyone grow underneath is, again, led by your willpower, Jupiter. As you move forward and take action for the things that you need to do, you will find your heart story fills in, so your heart is pleased, and you will feel that you begin to heal with believing in life again, which a lot of cancers had put down. So you begin to believe in life. You begin to your heart begins to fill in with joy when you're just moving ahead, doing the things you know you can and should do. So what this comes down to is, despite a lot of complex sacred geometry in the skies, stepping up and doing what you can do for yourself today. All right, I had jumped ahead to a slide there. This one. So this week, ultimately, you are on Monday night before you go to bed. You want to decide, okay, this is it. I don't belong in these places. I don't belong in this pond. I don't belong to be treated on this level. You are stepping out of a class in society, perhaps. You are stepping out of a club. And that is leaving room for the possibilities. And you want to fall asleep with your sleep intention with that. On Tuesday, universe does their magic through the night. We have the eclipse. And Tuesday, you're taking action right away on whatever these decisions are. So you might be signing contracts, changing things literally as I talk figuratively here. And then on Thursday, the moon goes into Gemini. That's your subconscious. And so at that point, it's real faith. So you're really holding faith, maybe licking some wounds, healing. And through the weekend, by Saturday night, you should be feeling better as the moon returns to Cancer for your lunar return. So you will that's the finish line, all right, if it's a tough week. So this week, it's about rebuilding your soul capital in yourself by letting go of where you don't feel attachments to in the world, letting go of relationships, letting go of social belongings. And this restores your feeling of a value in the world. This allows you to plant new seeds of where you can grow in reputation and connection to the world. And then in essence, I think, is what this week is about. Now, what about people with a 2VQ? That is with Cancer or Venus in Cancer. For the 2VQs, this is a week of probably discovering really where your love may be going. To some degree, love has been without a purpose, and there's been a lot of healing, and there was a lot of false beliefs for Venus and Cancers about love. And you've been working out those false beliefs, false as in reality versus what your heart really wants. But now with the placement of Chiron and Neptune, and energetically, of course, Venus, I believe that you will begin to fall in love with a dream and a direction for what you want love to be. And I believe that love comes down to three possibilities. Either you're single and looking, you are in a relationship and it's working or not working, or you are single and not looking. So for those who are single and looking, well, like I said, you'll find that, I think, dream to align yourself with here in this next week. For those who are single, who are in relationships and it's working, you two will find a new dream together, I believe, in the next week or so. If you're in a relationship and it's not working, you will see exactly why it's not working. And if you're single and not looking, well, then I think you're going to find that this is the week where you fall in love with a new purpose in your life, a new calling, a new destiny. And so in some ways, you're falling in love with God universe because you're falling in love with your calling this week if you're single, not looking. Either way, it's a very powerful and dramatic week, I believe. And the solar eclipse will kind of push you on that course as you let go of old attachments to what your heart didn't want in the past. Very powerful stuff. Now, if you have a Megascope Monthly, please take it out and watch it. Don't forget. Some people forget to watch the end, but there's a lot that I talk about that sets you up for this solar eclipse in Taurus. Definitely worth it. And if you don't have one, you can come down to soulmart.me and pick yours out. Now, if you like some moment-to-moment real-time reality coaching, I've got a fabulous invention. It's called giavenus.com, and it is literally where I send 5 to 7 texts through the day based on your chart, your actual date of birth that we run and process to guide you into your happiness. Give it a try. The first 7 days are free. And if you're watching us on YouTube, we ask, hey, would you be so kind as to subscribe to our channel? It helps us understand if we're growing or not. Or come to Facebook, and that's at soulgarden.me. You can like us and suggest us to your friends if you'd like. And also come on down for our mailing list. If you want me to email you reminders or the zodiac weather, it's at soulmart.me. All right, my crustaceans, it's time to let go of old, where the claws hold on. They hold on to old social attachments, so the claws are letting go, and you'll be floating in the sea. And this solar eclipse is going to be a new potential of where your heart feels you belong. You may not feel friends show up right away, But by making this change, you are setting a seed that will likely last until 2022, which is the next time the universe tries to push crabs in a new neighborhood. I hope you have a fabulous 7 days. Be good to yourself in the eclipse. Until next week, live, love, be. So